Well, here I am again, uh, kind of thinking about something. Uh, the question, like, when did life become such a grind, bro? I saw a video the other day, and it's stupid, but it made me realize it was about Minecraft, how to start a forever world, as they called it. Kind of, commit to one Minecraft world for, as I think theirs was years old. And obviously, there's other YouTubers who have years old Minecraft worlds, and it was kind of some tips on like what to do, how to stay committed. And it's stupid because it was things that hadn't occurred to me. Like one of the main points was um, like farm, actually farm. And like every time I play Minecraft, I'm out maxing. It's such a stupid term, but whatever. It's the correct term. I want to say mid maxing, but it's maxing. I'm out here making redstone farms on day 3, got diamonds on day 2 or 1, and that contributes to burnout. Obviously, that's why so many people kind of follow this 2-week Minecraft phase. And it's stupid that it didn't occur to me. But yeah, like the reason we only play Minecraft 2 weeks out of the year is because in those 2 weeks we play 70 hours nonstop and we burn ourselves out so badly that we just can't come back for another 12 months. And it kind of made me realize we apply this to every part of our lives. Literally everything we do has some sort of element of like, how can I maximize the efficiency of this? Um, what's an example? Okay, it's kind of stupid, and it probably only applies to me. But driving, I love driving. I have had to control myself in recent time, like in the past few weeks, because I will just spend hours each day driving, and it's not exactly easy on the wallet. So, all right, so I've kind of had to shorten my trips. That's why I say it's a bad example. But honestly, like people go out of their way to take the shortest route possible. You know, who cares about scenery or just experiences, lived experiences? It's about getting there as quickly as possible. And it kind of speaks to car culture in general. I love cars. I have a very weird relationship with cars. I love them, but I also think that they're very detrimental for just about every aspect of what a human is. Uh, but that's something I can get into later, not now. Um, Another example for just humans like maximizing things is it's so easy to use video game equivalents. Another Minecraft equivalent would be like, I'll get off the food thing, but well, no, okay, like people would just make auto steak farms. And one of the examples that the YouTuber came up with, I'll put the link in the description, was how they really like to make like pies and cakes. They're not the most efficient thing in Minecraft, not by a long shot, because making an auto chicken farm or whatever is super super easy. But so then why do they do it? Well, they do it because it's more fun. It's fun to go out and get those resources and then build, or craft rather, that type of food. It's kind of, it's just partaking in the game, taking things so much more slow. Oh yeah, another example for like having to maximize efficiency or maximize your stats, I guess, is I have a friend, love him to death, but he told me today he's living paycheck to paycheck. Like he has $0 in his savings because of all the food he buys. Like he buys food specifically to that like caters to his body and whatever. He's very healthy, and I mad respect for him. Like I try and do the same thing, but I don't put all my money into it, and it's something that you see wider. I'll get into Luke's maxing in a second, but just not enjoying the pleasures of life. Just like, what is this end goal that we're fighting so hard for? Because we're all going to die eventually, whether you believe in heaven or not. I feel like everyone should enjoy what they have here, on their 80 or less or more years. Because, when you're on the deathbed, are you glad at what you've done? Are you happy with what you've achieved and like how you've lived? And I feel like you just can't, like, if you're, we'll go back to the food example. If you're just eating food that you may or may not like, but you're just never enjoying yourself. I'm not saying you should go out of your way to eat cake, but you know, going out of doing your best to maximize that kind of efficiency is just a recipe for misery. Nobody's ever going to be. I find it hard to believe that you'll be happy with yourself. I don't want to sound mean, and I don't want to sound stupid, because like I understand why people do it. In the case of looking better and feeling better and whatnot, but just going so far in that direction. I feel like a happy person has a wide spread of things that they enjoy, and only eating one type of food, or only carefully counting your calories to maximize, or just this kind of sense of maximizing how you look or whatever. I'm really dancing around the topic of looks maxing because I have a whole rant for it. But I have another friend, who counts calories, and he looks fine, he's not fat, not at all. So it just makes me wonder, like, why are we being so precise? And don't get me wrong, I'm very autistic. I'm very, very precise with these kind of, like, I love precision. I play Hoi 4, and I'm like, I don't even get into the wars. I just micromanage the economy and whatnot. Like, I love being precise, but there's a point where I can walk away from it. I don't have to spend every waking moment making sure that everything I do is the right choice. I screw up sometimes, and you know what? I'm glad for it. Like, I welcome mistakes. So that goes into looks maxing. Yippee. It's like, on the whole, and the broad strokes of looks maxing are good. Brush your teeth, take showers. These are things that people did not do, and I'm not being sarcastic at all. These are things that people did not do before looks maxing. Like, obviously not everyone, but a lot of people learned to shower and brush their teeth because it would make them more attractive because of looks maxing, which is good. But then you get into things like mewing. Oh, you shouldn't even yawn. I've seen people tape their mouths shut while they sleep so that they only breathe from their nose, and that's absurd. Like, I don't know that it will have a negative detriment on you, but it definitely won't have a positive effect. Well, it's just, are the benefits worth it? Like, we're dealing in the fractions of a percent, and for mewing, honestly, I don't think it works at all. But for other aspects of looks maxing, it's like why do we? What are hunter eyes? Come on, when we're focusing on our canthal tilt and all that nonsense, like, this just kind of gets into the topic of just love in general, which is so much more deep than filling out checks on a checklist. Like, you don't need all these different individual aspects to find someone that loves you. That's outrageous. It doesn't make any sense. And there's comfort in thinking that it will help. It won't. Just be happy with yourself. I guess that's the overall point of this, is you don't need to live life doing every little thing as efficiently as possible. You can just do what you enjoy. And if you don't think you enjoy anything, then just take life a little slower and you'll find some things that you enjoy. Going back to looks maxing, it's just, people, the cancel tilt thing, I cannot get over that. That is so ridiculous. Like, you're honest to God telling me that the reason I am not married, the reason I don't have a harem of 15 different women is because my eyes aren't pointed upwards? That's outrageous. I know it's a subconscious thing, but it's like, I don't. You see this hatred, this animosity towards uh, attractive women dating, whatever, mid, or like ugly men. And the thing is, they don't see it that way. Those couples don't see each other as the hot one and the ugly one. They're both attracted to each other because that's how attraction works. Attraction, well, beauty isn't this universal standard that everyone follows. It's a very peculiar thing. Um, I don't want to out myself, but sometimes the sun just shines on someone just right, and you're like, damn, that's crazy. And they don't fill the traditional ideas of what is or isn't, well, attractive, because there is no traditional values. This is all something we made up. It's like, yeah, having a stronger jawline does make you more attractive, like almost universally. This is well understood. But just people have to have it so black and white. It's okay, so having the stronger your jawline, the more attractive you are. Having a strong jawline makes you attractive. Therefore, if you don't have a strong jawline, you're unattractive. And that's just not the case. Like, it really is a checklist. Like, cantle tilt, mewing, jawline, whatever. All the other dumb bullshit. And it's like a checklist. And if you don't fill every single mark, no one will ever love you. Your family will leave you. Your parents will hate you. Your girlfriend or boyfriend will hate you. You won't even have one because you're so hideous. And that's just not the case. So this is kind of all turning into just, hey, you can find love. It's not that hard. Well, it is hard, but it's not. It's something that occurs randomly. It's a random event, right? It's not something. It's not an end game event. It kind of happens at any point. Okay, that's. I feel like it's a pretty good analogy. It's not an end game thing. You don't have to grind for it. It kind of just happens and you work with it. You have to grind when it happens. It's a pretty hard quest line, but you don't have to get off the starter island to start the quest. You can do it whenever. Well, yeah, you can do it whenever. And kind of going back to the wider topic of the video, I just kind of want to tell a story about that same friend who eats very particular foods. I invited him to my Minecraft server, or my Minecraft world, the other day. And, okay, this is all coming off as, like, very, like, he didn't do anything evil. He just, it immediately started with, like, how far are you into this? Why don't you have the best armor? Why don't you have auto farms? And, like, why aren't you maximizing efficiency? And I told him, like, I'm just here to vibe. I log on. I haven't played that world in like a week, I think. It's because I've been playing The Witcher 3. But it's not at a point where I don't think I can come back to it. Like, I can definitely come back whenever I feel like it. And that's big for me, because usually that doesn't happen with Minecraft worlds. And the reason that it is that way is because the reason I left isn't because I started some massive mega project that I can't handle or anything. It's because I'm taking it slow. The reason I left is, yeah, just because I'm playing The Witcher 3, enjoying it. So yeah, take things slowly. Don't burn yourself out, because it's very easy to do that. and it just kind of makes you miserable. So have many hobbies, do many things, enjoy life, have a good time. Cause guess what? You're gonna die pretty soon, comparatively, I suppose. Um, so don't don't mid max, don't max max, don't mid max, min max. It's okay if you're not a billionaire by 14. It's okay if you're not a 10 out of 10 bombshell, buxom, glowing model. Just live life. Um, I don't know. I'm a very scattered person. So hopefully you glean something from this. If not, that's okay.